So, right out of the box. Oh, it's super sharp. Oh my goodness. Yeah, like nothing. Like nothing. Another knife. This is a gift, not from was it the company, but from my brother. So this was a Christmas gift. So he kind of got me two Christmas gifts. He got me the knife, and uh, he gave me an opportunity to share about it on YouTube. And because I like knives, and in a way, he got you a Christmas gift as well. So here we go. It is by Tivoli. It sounds Italian. It sounds, yeah, but it is not Italian. It is, what is it? It is, according to the website, I looked it up, it is, ooh, it's a nice knife. But Tivoli, it's supposed to be Scandinavian inspired, Viking style knife. It's not just any knife. No. This is a cooking knife. We look at that again. This is a cooking knife. So if you're tired of your generic Walmart, the cooking knives that they just look all the same, and you need a little bit of epicness in your life. Wow. Already used this, and so we're gonna, and I went on a little bit of a camping trip. I cooked up some food, but it was pretty windy. The audio wasn't quite there, but yeah. So that's why the box is a little bit the box is a little bit beat up. You can see that there. So I have opened this. We'll skip to that real quick. I believe I probably could shave my arm hairs off, but that would be unsanitary. This is not just a looking cool knife. This is an epic cooking knife, inspired by the Vikings. You gotta mark it. I don't know very much about Vikings or the Danish. At least there's a lot of other people that know a lot more than I would. I don't know how authentic it is, but it's a nice knife. Great for cooking. I've looked at some other knives by Tivoli, and man, I'm gonna have to replace some of my boring kitchen knives, because we need a little bit of epicness in our lives. Even if it's just a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I need some inspiration. So yes, if you like epic knives, daggers, perhaps you'll like swords. And if you like swords, then perhaps you'll like dragons. And if you like dragons, perhaps you will like Dragons, Magic, and Adventure. And I wrote this novel during the lockdowns. If you want to check it out, I was like, oh, I got a lot of books to read. You don't have to. I have an Audible book. And you can check it out if you want to. Some great narrators. They got Jenna DeLong and Henry Kramer doing the narrations. The lovely, beautiful duet of narrators. And I'm pretty happy with it. Very happy with it. And so, yeah, it's called Founder's Keep. Dragons, Magic, Adventure. And, I don't got anybody to sponsoring this channel. It's just me, so I'm going to sponsor myself. Yep. That's why we don't play with knives, folks. Yep. Blood, lots of blood.
You're listening to Founders Keep, written by M.R.R. Lopez, narrated by Henry Kramer and Jenna Dulong.
Day by day, she watched the landscape change from pleasant lush green hills to dark, gloomy, and jagged granite. These mountains were not green at all. Any speck of color was the beginning of a pale blue glacier, peeking over the barren, pointed white tooth-like ridges. Nora grimaced. Even the pine trees near the shoreline seemed more black than green. The ship's crew trimmed their sails as they slipped into the busy sea lane that led to their final destination. Her determined sky-blue eyes gazed upward at the Helvisti lighthouse on the snow-capped mountain that overlooked the city and large port below. The city stood out like a gem, wedged in between two seams of granite stone. Nora suspected the brightly colored buildings of randomly assorted vibrant purples, blues, and bright greens were to make up for their perpetually oppressive gloomy gray clouds, and harsh, jagged snow-capped mountains that sheltered the city from the Baru waste beyond. Nora dipped her chilled nose beneath her red scarf. She was glad Vila had gotten it for her. She initially had refused it, but during their brief stop in Talc Ruin, he had bought it anyway, and halfway to Helvisti, he had regifted it to her, which she begrudgingly accepted.
Master Torin's dark brown eyes did not hold light, only grim reality. He did not smile, he did not laugh, and he never slept. On this night, Master Torin sat in the cold watchtower on top of Dragon Mount and gazed out toward the ocean. The waves shimmered like black diamonds beneath the full moon. Torin did not look at the moon. He did not want to see its face. So many faces. So many faces, too often he saw someone. Someone that was dead. But it wasn't them. They could never come back. And then the night was disturbed by the sound of the creaking ladder below. Torin reached for his crossbow. "You're awake," Torin grunted. Torin rarely talked, but he did so sparingly. And one of the ways to avoid conversations was to beat Simmons from stating the painfully obvious and to put a cork into the endless questions. Simmons grimaced as he bonked his head on the low ceiling, and closed the trapdoor below him and crouched until he was able to make himself comfortable on a wooden bench across from Torin, and pulled out his spyglass. The silhouette of a black wing strafed across the moon like an obsidian blade. "I can't sleep with that drake flying around," Simmons grunted, and then frowned as he noticed the crossbow. "Cora said you have been carrying that around all over the place," Simmons remarked. Torin said nothing. He just sat there, a big black mountain of deafening silence. Simmons focused quickly and turned back toward the dragon. "It's massive. Twice as big as Rex. I've never seen a bull drake so big," he marveled with dread and awe. "It's like it's just waiting for one of us to fly out," he scowled. "That's because it is," Torin grunted, and passed over a flask to Simmons. Simmons knocked it back. Only a few drops of hard drink came out. "It's empty." "I know," he grunted agitatedly. Simmons smirked and took out his own flask, and poured a shot of hard drink and handed it back. "On the house," he chuckled. Torin quickly emptied it and gave a nod of appreciation. And then the deafening silence continued.